Thanks very much, everyone. Just to reinforce a couple of things, just in case you guys don't all get it. Western Australia produces 55% of the lithium consumed in the whole world. So all of the world's other production added up together comes to 45%. And that 55% is spread across 6 producers, and they live here in Western Australia, and they know where their bread's buttered. So I don't for any minute see that balance of influence over the market is going to change anytime soon. And if you've seen Tony Ottaviano, if you do the wrong thing, you'll be sleeping with the fishes. So red dirt, we've got two main things that I want to talk about to you today. One of them is our Mount Ida project. Mount Ida, we've got 12.7 million tonnes at 1.2% lithium on an 80-year-old mining licence. And that provides a massive advantage. An 80-year-old mining licence in the goldfields, in fact, in the Coolgardie goldfield, it's licence number 2. So there's been 300,000 ounces of gold mined and processed on the tenement. And now it doesn't look like a Chernobyl bomb site, but it's not beautiful. That granted mining licence presents us an opportunity to get up and running quick. We're within days of lodging our mining application, and we expect to be mining there by Christmas. We delivered our first resource on the ground there in October. The company bought the project in the previous September the year before. We are going like lightning. Right now, there's 9,900 samples in the lab being processed from our infill drilling. All up, we've got 8 rigs on site. We're drilling 25,000 metres a month across both of our projects. So we're going fast. So number 1, it's about starting a mine. Speed to market. Start the mine. We lodge our application this week. We expect to be cleared the process and be approved to start mining and to have that option to dig a hole by Christmas. The plan is to then process ore and ship it out through Geraldton. We've done our logistics studies, we've done our studies, we've done all sorts of things we need to do to make those applications, and they're all underway right now. The company's got $56 million in the bank. We've got Jeremy Sinclair, who together with me, we started half a dozen mines in the Pilbara. He's run the world's biggest road train fleets. He knows Geraldton Port like the back of his hand. He knows crushing and screening and processing, and we've done it before, and we're looking forward to doing it at Mount Ida, just out of Kalgoorlie, one of the best places in the world to be mining. And the other thing we're doing as a business is we're growing. So we're starting a mine and then we're growing. We've got another project called Yinnetharra, which we bought in September. We started drilling that in November. We've now drilled about 80 holes on site at Yinnetharra. We think it's a much bigger project than Mount Ida, and we will have drilled 400 holes there by the end of September when they start mustering. So I'll talk a bit about Mount Ida is the mine for this year, which will then grow, and Yinnetharra is a mine which will come after, and we're really just getting into that right now. So a little bit on Mount Ida, just out of 2.5 hours drive from Kalgoorlie, or a 30-minute flight. We've got an airstrip there as well, which has just recently been commissioned. We'll be able to fly our people directly from Perth. This is the layout that we've used for the mining application. The waste dumps will become the tailings dams. Initially, we'll start off with a DSO product for the short term, and then we'll move into a builder concentrator project. And we'll finish the DFS on the concentrate project while we're in there doing the first phase. Just to give you an idea of what it looks like, the ore body in plan view, looking down on it, Sister Sam is where we'll start. It's about 40 to 50 metres thick. Horizontal width is about 100 metres, and along strike it's about 250 metres. You know, if someone told you they got sort of 40 metres at 1.5% lithium, you'd go, oh yeah, that sounds okay. But what if I said that was 40 metres at 18 grams per tonne gold? What if I told you that 12.7 million tonnes at 1.2 was like a 6 million ounce gold ore body going 18 grams? That's the way to think of this. So when I say here, tell you our enterprise value is $100 million with 55 in the bank, and we think we're going into production this year, and this is our small project, I think we present a buying opportunity. There's a section through it. Anyway, all of this stuff's at our booth. It's all online. We've all lodged it before. In addition to doing infill drilling and our grade control drilling and everything that we're doing on site at Ida, we're doing exploration drilling. We're drilling off the bottom of the ore bodies. We're drilling between them. We've got 5 targets along strike. All of those are being tested right now. And keeping in mind, we've got 9,900 samples currently in the lab for Mount Ida, which will be released week on week on week on week, and it'll take us probably 3 months to clear those through the lab. So lots of news flow from Ida. Up to Yinnetharra, this is our second project. This is the one we bought in September. It's beautiful. And I'm sorry, Victor, our geologists are not much better at naming prospects either. Savannah Extended, that's a rubbish name, isn't it? So we've got up at, we haven't done much better at Melinda, mate. I tell you, we've, in here we got M1 to M54. Like, so I've over the weekend I've had a serious chat to Charles Hughes, our chief geologist, and he's gone away to have a look at himself, come up with some better names. Like Andy's, Savage River. What an awesome name. That's really good. Anyway, this is the core from up there. It's just wonderful. You know, for those geologists, I am a geologist, and I'm proud. I'm proud of being a geologist. When I see some of this spodumene in this core, it's like smelling sausages cooking on the barbie. It's like shoveling extra onions into your hot dog. It's just, that's how good it is. And it's almost like the discovery was meant to happen. Because the rigs that we've had up there, the diamond rigs that we've had up there drilling, are getting up to 180 metres a shift. So it's like, and it comes to the surface, and it's big, and it's fat, and it's long, and it's wide. Like the outcrop at Mount Ida was the size of a Volkswagen when we started there. Here, we have 54 outcrops of pegmatite, some of them 700 metres long. Okay, so this is not going to be a small prospect. And we went in and the second hole we reported here got 55 metres at 1.1%, and the share price went down that day. So I don't know what, but anyway, we're just drilling, and there's going to be something here exciting. There's a section, here's a plan with more of those numbered prospects on them, M36, but there's a lot of lithium here. It's a new province. We've got the entire field. We feel very comfortable about drilling a lot of holes here. We'll drill 400 holes here by the end of the year. That'll give us about 90,000 metres. Over the course of the year, we'll drill about 200,000 metres. So 200,000 metres of drilling. We've got $55 million in the bank, and we expect to have a permit to start our first mine. Right? And we think that if this keeps going the way it's going to be substantially bigger than Mount Ida. Anyway, there's like long, beautiful long sections there. Like if you have a look at that one there of the M1, another creative name. Thank you, Charles. That's 1 kilometre long across the top there, and we haven't found the bottom of it. And the pegmatite comes to the surface. The most beautiful looking spodumene. It's just wonderful. So we've reported rock chip samples. We've told people already that goes up to 2% lithium at the surface. We've got a permit there to go and drill another 200 holes from the Miser Department. We've got another heritage survey booked to go and give us another 400 holes. The Native Title Group have spent time with us up on site. They basically want to get this up and running quickly and deliver a social dividend to their people, and so do we. So look, I'm not going to wax lyrical about the market. Western Australia is the best place to start a lithium mine. There is so much expertise here, whether it's, Victor's mob at Barminco doing the underground paste fill, or whether it's Primero building a processing facility, or it's ports, or it's trucking, or it's rail, or it's water, or it's heritage, or whatever it is. Western Australia is just an amazing place to be. So look, thank you very much for the chance to come and tell you about Red Dirt. We're going to be changing our name to Delta Lithium. Look out for Chuck Norris and the Delta Force. We're going to be developing one project. We're going to be growing our resources. There's going to be oodles of news flow. And, you know, we're not on an M&A rampage in any shape or form, but if someone is out there with a tenement and they're looking for someone to sort of do a deal with who can add value and a real win-win deal that's good for our shareholders and good for yours, you should pick up the phone and give us a call. Thank you very much.